Today, we're diving into a really powerful Stoic practice. It's called the last time meditation. And honestly, it's designed to bring this incredible sense of presence into your everyday life.
So let's just start with a question, and I want you to really think about this for a second. When was the last time you picked up your child?
Okay, here's another one. When was the last time you actually sat down and had dinner with your parents?
And how about this? When was the last time you walked out of a job for good?
The thing about any of those moments is you probably didn't know it was the last time, right? These huge life-shaping events, they just happen quietly. There's no big announcement, no ceremony. They're just the unnoticed milestones of our lives.
And that brings us to this core idea of the unnoticed last times. So let's explore how we can face this reality, the fact that our experiences are finite, using a really powerful tool from Stoic philosophy.
So why do we miss these moments? Well, the psychology behind it is actually fascinating. It's something called the autopilot illusion. See, our brains are wired to save energy. They create these little mental shortcuts and they normalize repetition until things we do all the time feel, well, permanent. But this efficiency comes at a cost. It can make us really casual with our time, our health, and especially our relationships.
So, yeah, let's dig a little deeper into this autopilot illusion because it's the key to understanding why we are so good at taking today for granted, even as life is just zipping by.
And this comparison, it just hits home, doesn't it? When you're 25, life feels like this wide open, expandable thing. Time seems limitless. But fast forward to 45, and you start to see the edges. The finiteness of it all becomes so much more real. And yet, our minds just love to cling to that comfy autopilot.
And this is exactly where the Stoics come in with this jolt of clarity. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, he wrote this in his private journal: "You could leave life right now." Now, that wasn't meant to be grim or morbid, not at all. It was a tool, a phrase designed to just cut through all the noise and give you immediate focus. And here's the crucial point. Scarcity sharpens appreciation. It's just true. When something becomes finite, it becomes precious. Think about it. If you knew it was the last time your kid was ever going to ask you for advice, you wouldn't rush the answer, would you? Recognizing that things are finite, that is the key to waking up.
Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually apply it? Like right now. Let's walk through a super simple, actionable practice you can literally start using today. The practice itself is, well, it's remarkably simple. Step 1, pick a totally ordinary activity. Could be making your morning coffee, driving to work, having dinner with your partner. Step 2, just for a beat, pause internally. Step 3, ask yourself this question: what if this were the last time? And you don't need to be all dramatic about it, just be factual. Because statistically, one day it will be. And finally, step 4, just notice. Notice what changes inside you. And what you'll find is the effects are immediate. They're tangible. Your tone of voice might soften, your attention gets laser sharp. Little things that would have irritated you 5 minutes ago, they just kind of fade away. But most importantly, your presence increases, like dramatically. You stop just performing the routine and you actually start experiencing the moment. And all of this leads to the real payoff, the true reward of this practice, the power of presence. This isn't just about appreciating a single cup of coffee, It's about fundamentally changing how you live your life and building a real legacy in the small, ordinary moments of your day.
I think we get the idea of legacy all wrong. We think it's about these grand gestures, the big career wins. But what if real legacy is built in the quiet moments? What if it's built in the full, undivided attention you give to the ordinary, repetitive things in your life? Because that's what people remember. That's what really lasts.
Because the truth is, one day, all the noise will stop. One day, the house will be empty. And eventually, the body will slow down. The Stoics understood this. They knew this wasn't something to be afraid of, but something to prepare for, by living fully and consciously, right here, right now, before these moments are gone for good. So I'll leave you with this final thought to take with you. After everything we've just talked about, what moment are you going to choose to be truly, fully present for today?